Hello, today I'm going to show you how to use the TI Smart View calculator. In your classroom, this is a great tool. Once you've loaded it onto your computer, you can use it to project your calculator onto a screen or onto a smart board, interactive board, so that the students can see you use the calculator, and that way they know how or what keys to press and how to best use the calculator without running all around the room trying to help them. So first, I've just pulled up the Smart View, and notice you have a equation screen, which it came up on. It has a table screen, so any equation I put in to the equation screen, I'm going to get the y values here in your table, and also I can see the graph. If I just have y equals x, at my y equals screen, I'm going to press the X key, which is right here. It says XT theta N. And once I press that, you notice it comes straight to my key history that I've pressed that key. I'm going to go ahead now on my calculator and press graph. And I see that it's now popped up here that on my equation is y equals x. My table, x and y have the same values, which that's what y equals x means. And our graph, our line, is a nice, straight line there. I can change my equation by going back to my y equals, and now I'm going to have x squared. And notice I'm hitting the x squared key after I've hit the xt theta n. So the students following along know that I went to the y equals, hit xt theta n, and then the x squared. When I press the graph key, I can see how my graph changes, and then it changes on my following screens. So now that I have this parabola, the y values or the x values after they've been squared, and here you get your graph. And of course you can do more than one function on that in that equation table. This emulator will do everything that the regular handheld calculator will do. It just gives the students a visual so that they can see what you're doing, instead of missing one important keystroke and they're lost. So just to show you some other functions to it, if I want to get out of the screen, I hit second mode, and that gets me back to my home screen. I can clear off my home screen. I can also, if this key history is getting in the way, I can go to view, and that should say turn off the key history so that you can just see the other tables, or if you want to make the emulator smaller. Some other things that it will do, if I go to the stat key, edit, this is really helpful when you're inputting numbers in a list and the students are trying to follow along what data is being inputted. Making sure to hit enter after each piece of data, and then go over to your L2 and input some more data, and then we can press second y equals, which is stat plot, hit enter for the first stat plot, hit enter again to turn that plot on. I'm just going to plot it as a regular scatter plot. My X list is L1, my Y's are L2, and when I'm ready I can press graph. Now it is showing our parabola because we haven't turned that part off, and I can quickly go to do that by pressing y equals and clear. And now I go back to my graph, and I see my data is plotted over here. I can change my window to, I can actually do a zoom, which is this middle key, and I can go down, arrow down to zoom stat, and that way I can see a better picture of my graph. And I can, there we go, I can show and hide that view cubed, all those menus. But if I just want the calculator up there, I can show that. If you're just teaching, if you're first time teaching, the key history is real helpful, especially if there's a lot of steps. But if once they're familiar with it, you can use it for basic calculations just using that